What was your first helicopter and radio?
First helicopter was an ALZRC 450 and first radio was a Spectrum radio.
E-Flight 230S,
Blade 230.
Blade 32S with Spectrum.
A Line-Trex 500 was my first helicopter, and the radio was a DX9 Spectrum, Black Edition.
First helicopter was a Raptor 30 and a JR 652 radio.
It was a Colt Space Baron and it was a JR X347.
MCPX, a Blade, and a Spectrum DX6.
First heli was a Raptor 30 size engine, and my radio would have been JR DX9 or DSX9, I can't remember what they were, but one of them.
First helicopter was Shuttle Plus, and first radio was High Tech.
What helicopter and radio would you recommend to a beginner?
Personally myself, I'd probably go for say the OMP M2 for easy setup and cheapness and reliability. A Spectrum like an NX8 or an NX10, something like that.
Something bigger than a 230S, so you can see it. And they're a bit better.
Nothing smaller than a 470. If you can make a 500, they're ideal, not too expensive. And radio-wise, I'd go for V-Bar if you can afford it, but if not, start with the Spectrum, see if you like it, then work your way up.
For beginner, I would probably recommend something like the Align TB40, which comes as a super combo. And if you're on a budget, probably Spectrum radio. And if you're prepared to spend a little bit more, I'd probably go for a V-Bar, which makes things a little bit simpler.
OMP M2 and either Futaba or V-Bar. Well, heli, I'd say OMP M2 or a Goose Sky S2. And radio, probably one of the low-end Spectrums because they're easy to use.
I'd say a DX8, well DX9 I think it is now. First heli, I'd say a 230S, nice and cheap, crash it, easy fixes, fly really well.
Possibly a combo kit up to maybe 600 size, prefer slightly bigger size myself personally, not the small stuff.
Radio?
V-Bar, Mikado.
V-Bar and T-Rex 550X.
Okay. And have you got any tips for beginners?
Simulator. If you want to fly helicopters, you've got to use a simulator because they are really hard to fly. There's no two ways about it. It takes a lot of getting used to, but a simulator will save you a lot of money. That's it, basically.
Take out a bank loan.
Get a buddy.
Simulator and finding a club where people are helpful.
Simulator. Persistence and get help.
Definitely get a sim, lots of sim time, and just fly something cheap for the first year with loads of batteries and fly the arse out of it, mate, and just do everything cheap because you're going to break it a lot.
Simulator, plenty of time on the sim, and when you go out to the field, be methodical in all your circuits. Get proficient in all orientations in pie dish type manoeuvres, upright, inverted eventually. Aim for that.
Get a sim.